good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are, my wonderful people. My name never change. Now, I'm Andia Neze from the platform of Okute Daily Talk, bringing to you this early morning broadcast. I beg, make on a hear Mazen Namdekano, him by himself, with himself, and all for himself. He don't come out to cry you, me woo. DSS want to buy me, DSS want to finish me. DSS is not allowing me access to most of the basic things where they allow other inmates to access. In fact, as it stands now, DSS don't not allow him choice of his visitors. People where he want meet, DSS not allow him make him meet them. Unless people where go can't give him trouble. That the people where DSS go can't open door for them, make them come visit him. Make on see waiting Mazen Namdekano, they talk from his solitary confinement room where they for backyard of DSS in Abuja. DSS is denying me access to visitors of my choice. Namdekano cries out. According to Mary Odele, she said, and I quote, "My recent speech was mischievously twisted. Nobody twisted your speech. Nobody twisted your speech. You called for it." Praising Olani Kpereko that he is doing a very great job, and also the what do they call him, the Attorney General of the Federation, newly appointed Attorney General of the Federation. That means you people have already concluded. I wonder why, because in every rumor there's an atom of truth in it. They have already called you and Fashola out that you people are the ones that is drafting the judgment that is going to be pronounced today for the tribunal. You come out and said no, such a thing never happened. Then on on the NBA, when you made your speech, you rub it on the face of everybody that yes, that rumor is truly true, because that is what you come out to satisfy it. Praising people. Do you have to praise anybody? You don't have to praise anybody. One, you are praising a lead counsel to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What does that signify? It signifies that you people have already concluded that this petition of 18 or whatever it is being called, that the one of P2B allied a movement party or whatever it's being called, and PDP holds no ground. That is why you are praising them. You are praising them. Oh, they are doing a very nice work to be a lead counsel to an illegitimacy. That is exactly what happened, Mary Odele. So nobody is twisting it. I weep for this country. There's nothing like judiciary in Nigeria. What we have in Nigeria is a banana judiciary. DSS don't seize the bulletproof vehicles of Bawa and grease his two brothers. It's two brothers. That is the EFC suspended boss, Abdurrashid Bawa. We have other ones here. France and Niger, they don't start a negotiation talk amid how the indigenous of Niger, they don't carry better waka. Can't enter France. What do they call it? They are their military base, and said everybody should leave their town. So now France and the Niger have started negotiations on that very regard. France and Niger in talks for swift troop withdrawal amid protest. The people said we don't want you. The country said we don't want you. So what are you doing there? Is it by force that your military base must be in my country? How many of my base is in your country, France? The answer is 0. Anyway, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, please let us go to the reason why we are here. And I still remember I'm managing my health and also my voice, so I cannot flow the same way you want me to flow. And that is why you see most of the things, it seems like I'm forgetting. After my hospital experience, they threw my stay there. So please, you people should do what? Bear with me. Please, I'm begging. You people should bear with me. Whatever mistake you find on my video, from now on, please help me to correct it. No one is perfect. After all, I didn't go to school. So I beg you, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. While we are doing that, remember you need to subscribe, like, comment, and also share this message. Let it get to every news and credit that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is really complaining bitterly on that DSS dungeon. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has claimed that the Department of State Service is denying him access to visitors of his choice. According to the news, Kanu lamented that the security service has violated a subsisting court order that granted him access to his own visitors. This was disclosed by Kanu's counsel Ifeanyi Ejiofor after his routine meeting with Kanu at the DSS facility in Abuja on Monday morning. A statement issued by Ejiofor revealed that the agitator's lead counsel, Mike Ozekome, has begun contempt proceedings against the DSS Director General Yusuf Bichi over the denial. The statement reads in part, recently, the personnel of the SSS have extended their acts of lawlessness by denying Onyendu access to visitors of his choice in clear violation of a subsisting court order. However, our erudite lead counsel, Professor Mike Ozekome, SAN, has swung into action by commencing contempt proceedings against the Director General of the SSS to demand immediate compliance with all the court orders that the SSS is currently violating with impunity. Tinubu is no different from Buhari, according to Alhaji Showore. He went visiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and he was stopped. And that very thing, he made a post via his Twitter handle to explain the details on why he was being stopped, on what happens, that there's no difference between the leading and the successor or the predecessor, according to the English language. My recent speech was mischievously twisted. Mary Odele. A retired Supreme Court Justice, Mary Odele, has said her speech delivered at a colloquium was mischievously twisted and taken out of context. Nobody take it out of context. Ogun, I go kill you. Nigerian News reports that the spokesperson to the wife of the former governor of Rivers State, Felix Enebeli, stated this in a statement issued on Tuesday in Abuja. Recalled that Odele at a colloquium organized in Abuja to mark the 25th anniversary of Joe Guzman's as a senior advocate of Nigeria, has warned against fanning the embers of hatred, tribalism, and bigotry. She also cautioned politicians who lost in the 2023 elections against blackmailing the judiciary and inciting Nigerians against justices of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Following the development, some supporters of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and Labour Party has accused Odele of taking sides with her speech as the tribunal prepares to deliver judgment on Wednesday, which is today. Reacting to the outrage on social media, Enebeli said the speech delivered by his principal was harmless and twisted by some conflict entrepreneurs to fit Joandai's narratives and political nuances for the perceived slurs. He said Odele acknowledged that the 2023 elections generated a storm and only advised those who lost in the 2023 elections to follow the rules of the law in expressing their dissatisfaction and not cause a crisis in the country. Enebeli asserted that there is nothing in the comments made by his principal that suggested a reference to those who lost in particular election in any state or region. The statement reads, it is emphasized that there is nothing in the comments that suggested a reference to those who lost in the particular election in any state or region. The 2023 general elections were in 4 categories: the State House of Assembly, Governorship, National Assembly, and Presidential elections. More so, the lawyers who attended the event, especially the named ones, were called upon in their professional capacity to find solutions to the challenges facing the 2023 elections, irrespective of their leaning. Wale Oyanekweko's son is the immediate past chairman of the body of benchers who handed over to Justice Mary Odley. Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, is the Attorney General of the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice of Nigeria. And the host, J.K. Gassman's son, is a non-lawyer who has done several cases for the PDP. These lawyers are globally acknowledged as strong in litigation. The several other lawyers in attendance are possibly handling various cases for politicians. Enebeli added that unprovoked outrage is a sad reflection of the reasons for the cautionary comments of his principal and the vain struggle to give it momentum to political gain is unhelpful. He added, the unprovoked vituperations are a sad reflection of the reason for the cautionary comments of Justice Mary Odley and the vain struggle to give it momentum to political gains is unhelpful. Regardless of the fact that Honorable Justice Mary Odley, who is a retired justice and is free to express her views like any other persons, the mischievous effort to apply a wicked twist of bias championed by the same persons who are bullying the judiciary and threatening to pull down the roof without resource or without recourse to due process fall flat, according to the spokesperson. DSS seizes bulletproof vehicles, graze two brothers of suspended EFCC boss, Abdulrasheed Bawa. Two brothers of the suspended chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa, has been reportedly grilled by the Department of State Service, DSS. Nigeria News gathered that the two brothers include Yazid Bawa, who works at the EFCC, and Bashir Bawa, who works at the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. According to Daily Nigerian, the secret police had invited both brothers of the suspended EFCC boss for interrogation. They had also seized a bulletproof car and the latest Mercedes-Benz allegedly found with them. The platform revealed that while the Bawa brothers were reportedly detained on August 25 and later freed a few days later on August 31st, the SSS operatives also arrested Bawa's personal assistant, Rufai Zaki, and Daniela Jimo. It was learned that the secret police also invited the chief of staff to the embattled suspended EFCC chairman, Adiza Gamawa, alongside his legal advisor, Yuyu Buhari, for questioning too. The suspects were reportedly detained on August 25 and released a few days later. Recall that Bawa was suspended indefinitely from the office by Bola Ahmed Tinubu on June 14 and subsequently arrested by the secret police. The government had said his suspension allowed for a thorough investigation into his conduct while in office, following a weighty allegations of abuse of office against him. Last but not the least, France and Niger are in talks for swift troop withdrawal amidst protest. Niger's Prime Minister Ali Mohamed Lamine Zaine announced on Monday that his military-led government is in negotiations with France for the swift withdrawal of French troops from the country. This statement comes amid ongoing citizen protests in Niger's capital Niamey against the continued presence of France forces in their land. Thousands of protesters have rallied recent days to protest against the presence of France troops in the country, said the Prime Minister during a press conference in Niamey over a month ago. The military ousted and elected a president, adding to the complexity of the situation, addressing a variety of topics. Zaine stated that French troops are currently in Niger illegally, since the military government had cancelled the agreement that allow them to be on our territory. He further noted, they are in position of illegality, but I think that ongoing exchanges should allow these forces to withdraw from our country very quickly. Niger accommodates approximately 1,500 French troops. What are they doing there? Part of a regional forces are made at a counter-insurgents. On August 3, military leaders in Niger terminated their military pacts with France, a move that France dismissed as lacking legitimacy. The Prime Minister also discussed the issue of French Ambassador Sylvain Ilete, who was expelled last week but has refused to depart. Zene criticized Ilete for his actions, saying he did not behave properly as a diplomat. The French ambassador's behavior is contempt that is not acceptable, according to the Prime Minister Zene. Alongside negotiations with France, the Nigerian government is also in talks with the Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) to lift sanctions imposed following the nation's political upheaval. Zene noted, we have been very open to dialogue, so we have not stopped the exchange with ECOWAS. It is an ongoing process, and we hope that we will very quickly reach an agreement so that these sanctions imposed rather harshly on Niger are lifted. When asked about the possibility of military interventions by ECOWAS to restore constitutional governance, Zene said, it will be unfair if they decided to attack us, but all arrangements are being made so that we can defend ourselves, according to Zene. Niger entered a state of crisis on July 26 when General Abdurrahmane Tichani, an ex-commander of the Presidential Guard, led a military operation that ousted President Mahamadou Bazoum. So, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, now here we go take leave on. Make one, I just read this one as we are preparing for another bombshell, because today is going to be fire for fire. I always promise and I deliver. So this one I am not going to fail you guys. So please help me to share this message. Make sure that that everyone get to know that France need to depart from Niger. It is never their land and can never be. How can they run thousands of miles away to come and having a 1,500 troops in another man's land? It is unacceptable and can never be tolerated in African soil. So have a nice day. Help me share this message, like, comment, and also do what? And subscribe. Until I come your way again, I still remain Okute Daily Talk. Bye for now. Kemesiano.